They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Eat the cat. 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 They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. Eat the cat.
And ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there had been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
People on television.
Let me just say here, this is
the people on television said my dog was taken and used for food. So maybe he said that, and maybe that's a good thing to say for a city manager.
I'm not taking this from
but
television.
The people on
I'm taking it from
television
the
said
city
the
manager.
dog was eaten by the people that went there.
Again, the Springfield city manager says there's no evidence of that. Vice President Harris, I'll let you respond to the rest of what you've heard.
You talk about extreme.
Good intro. I like that.
Yeah, that was good. That was the best one of those I've heard. The internet's great, dude.
The electro reggae one is pretty solid too. It's really catchy. It's one of those that if they still did like ringtones, phone ringtones, I would 100% get one of those.
That'd be awesome.
All of a sudden, you just get called and it's eat the cat. Eat the
Not
cat.
even answering the phone.
Like,
I'm just letting the ringtone go.
People are like, what?
It'd be like, I don't know, it's been like a decade now, but I used to have an app that, dude, it was tons of fucking, ringtones. I mean, fucking everything, dude. But now I'm like, oh, I bet you like that's probably like the worst app to like give your phone cancer or like spy on you or some shit, some free ringtone app. So I have.
Can you believe we used to pay 50 to 99 cents for fucking ringtones?
That's back when 99 cents meant something. You could get a beefy 5-layer burrito for that.
Hell yeah. Here we go. I don't know if we played this
at
on
least
this
you
show or
actually
not.
owned it back then. Like
I was cheap, man. I would like convert the files and then put it on there with like a SIM card or SD card or whatever.
Yeah, you couldn't
do
that.
You guys remember before touchscreen phones? It was you could actually go to the phone and type in the musical notes, and because it was still just beats back then, it wasn't the actual song. This is 20-something years ago now, but you could go in and actually make the fucking ringtone, and there was like websites of people who would figure out how to do it. It was like tabs, like for guitar, but it was like for your fucking phone, and so you can look up the song. I did Beastie Boys Girls, and I looked it up, and I went and I typed, I had to sit there for a fucking hour and type it in, and it mostly sounded like it,
I would do all mine in MIDI, so it would sound like a Super Nintendo or Nintendo game.
That's
awesome.
Hell
yeah.
Here we go. Y'all heard this one?
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
People of Springfield, please don't eat my cats. Why would you do that? Eat something else. People of Springfield, please don't eat my dog.
The backup singer's cat.
Catalog of other things to eat.
They're eating the dogs.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They're eating the cats.
Meow, 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 meow.
They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They're eating the cats.
This is what the internet was made for.
They're eating the pets.
It wasn't made for CIA propaganda. It was made for
They're eating the dogs.
I haven't seen this one yet.
They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They're eating the cats.
Meow, 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 meow.
They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They're eating
I love that cat meme. That's my favorite cat meme.
Of the people that did.
Did you ever see during the lockdown stuff when everybody had to do Zoom calls? There was they started doing court proceedings, and then there was that lawyer that
I'm not a cat.
I'm not a cat.
Yeah. That song was so good. I forgot I was on the show. I was just like driving and cruising and like jamming. And then I heard you. I was like, oh shit, yeah, we're recording. Oh fuck.
This is like mine and Nadia's when she gets home from school in the afternoons. I'll like fix her a snack and we'll stand in the kitchen and just sing that.
Don't ask about the sandwich though. So you had a interesting weekend, Justin?
Yeah, tell us some stories.
Let's say Dad got buzzed by the cops in the pre-show, and so everybody's taking bets on who's going to be the one that gets a ticket or gets pulled over while doing the show. And Steve seems to think it's me. Well, I got mine getting pulled over out of the way over the weekend. 83 and a 55. He was kind enough to knock it down to 79 and a 55. So I didn't get that reckless driving charge on top of it. It was 100% my wife's fault, and she has agreed to pay the ticket for me.
Isn't that just coming out of your funds, though? I mean, kind of.
No. We keep all of our bank account stuff separate. She has her own money, and she can do whatever the fuck she wants with it, and I have my own money, and I mostly just gas in my truck.
Yeah, we have a middling thing like that, too. I can't do a complete joint account. Like, we have a joint account, but we also have our own account because, you know, probably the exact same reasons as you. You know, that's one too many fights when it's a complete joint account, you know. Then you have to fight about every little expense. And it's like, no, you have your dough, do what the fuck you want, and then we have our together dough, and then I have my own dough, you know.
And I manage my bank account a lot differently than she manages hers. It's just best to keep all that. And
you
she
actually
pays,
manage it?
She pays certain bills, and I pay certain bills.
Yeah.
I'm OCD as shit and also a math nerd. So, yes, I actually manage mine. I don't know what she does with hers. I don't ask.
As long as the bills get paid, right?
Right. As long as the
the electricity ain't getting shut off.
Right. As long as the power's still on every month, I don't really give a shit. Like that's. So anyway, we're on the drive home and driving out through the middle of nowhere, and we had just stopped 20 minutes before to get gas, and everybody got out and peed, and she was like, "I've really got to pee." I was like, "This is literally the worst place that you could have to pee. We're 30 miles from the nearest, like literally anything. We're driving out through the middle of nowhere." She was like, I know. I was like, I mean, I can just hump it and get to the gas station. She's like, okay. I was like, here we go. And usually there's nobody on this road. Like, it's out in the middle of nowhere. So I just floor it, and I'm making good time. And then I get pulled over. Top of hill, there's a sheriff coming. And before I even, as soon as he saw me, I guess he had just had the radar gun on. As soon as he saw me, he hit the lights, and I hadn't even gotten past him. I had already slammed on the brakes and pulled over. He was like, 83? I was like, she's really got to pee. I was like really bad. He's like, okay. And like, I already had my shit ready, handed it to him. And so he went and wrote the ticket. He was like, he said, I'm sorry, I wrote this as fast as I could. He said, you have no idea how many times I hear this excuse. I was like, well, out here, you know, there's nowhere to pee unless you. And
yeah, that's why you're sitting there. That's why you're sitting there. You know they're gonna speed because you want to catch speeders. Like this is literally that's literally the trap. It's like you know people are gonna have to speed to try to get to a freaking bathroom to take a piss, and that's why you're sitting here, you dumbass.
Well,
like,
Stephanie
post up right by the bathroom.
She's like,
yeah.
I'm gonna pee myself. I was like, get out of the truck, go stand at the edge of the woods right there. I'll give you some napkins. Like then he knows we're for real. Like. This was an emergency situation. She was like,
well, that's my question.
She was like, no, why did he arrest me for indecent exposure? I was like, he's not going to arrest you. He's like, and if he tries to, I've got 4 guns in the truck. Like, this ain't ending well.
That's not worth it.
It's fucking woods.
Yeah, you're trying to pull a Tyreek Hill there, trying to turn a normal stop into a possible felony.
Yeah, that's my question. Is I would have been like, all right, well, we're out in the middle of nowhere. I'll find a spot to pee. You know, like, well, there's an orange grove or something right there. Orange groves make the best pee spots because you pull, you know, they're in rows, and you pull the car up, and then you're like blocked on 3 sides. A lucky Mexican might come around the corner and catch a glimpse, but otherwise you're pretty good.
I don't know. Better a lucky Mexican than a lucky Haitian.
Yeah, man. I'm talking about eating that cat. Shit, diving down there.
Yeah, I mean they don't just eat cats, so you know I would kind of be concerned.
Yeah, we've seen videos of other things they've eaten.
Mud cakes.
The Haitian warlord isn't called barbecue for nothing.
Speaking of Mexicans,
we go to Mexicans now.
For years, this Wi-Fi location had all black employees. You come here, you know, the order was going to be fucked up. The attitude at the little drive-thru was going to be shitty. You knew all
was Eric July so pissed off?
You had to prepare yourself. And all the black, my complexion people was gone. And it was replaced by all Spanish people. Now, usually, I say, oh, my people losing their job. But in this instance, right, they replaced all the black employees at this location with Spanish employees. And now it's some of the best customer service I've ever received. I said, do you have a She said, no, but we'll make some. You know what them black employees used to tell us when we would come in here and say, hey, you out of this? Well, that's it for today.
Man. Oh, man. You know what, man? Black people get a bad rap, man. Like, we don't work hard and lazy, loud and obnoxious, entitled. This is just an isolated incident, I'm sure. Man, you crazy as hell. They just don't like that. I'm not going to lie. I go into a restaurant, like fast food, and I see a bunch of black people in there. Whoa. Slow it up now. Come on now, Kevin. All right, let me clean it up. If I see a certain demographic of people in a restaurant, I think twice before I go in there and eat. Crazy. If I see a big, fat Latin person out there, man, that food good as heck. I'm going now.
I like those guys. They're fun.
Yeah, they're hilarious.
Best thing they did was leave Crowder's show.
I don't think they were ever. I mean, they were just guests.
Oh, they guests? I'm sorry. I thought they were like on the show for a year or so.
Yeah, they would just be on there.
Shit, dude, I used to watch their weightlifting videos like 10 or 15 years ago.
Oh, they started out doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gay.
They probably started out weightlifting videos because they didn't want to be like these guys.
Yeah, it wasn't acceptable yet.
Oh, God.
You have to get the
what the fuck is that?
Oh my God!
What? I'm sorry, I couldn't look at that. What? You know, the driving thing. What the fuck was that?
Just don't even worry about it, Dag. Just
were they playing Gay Chicken?
We're gonna edit that out of the show later.
That's called.
No, don't be a prude.
It was the perfect clanging together of belly buttons.
Oh,
deep, cavernous belly buttons.
Very gay.
Guys, belly bumping.
Oh, fuck. Why did I do that? So, you remember?
Oh, do we have video of Justin participating in one of those contests?
Oh. All right. So, remember the episode of the League where they played Dick Chicken?
Oh, God.
No.
Oh, is it? Okay, that's why that looked familiar to me. I was thinking, is this some sort of... I said Gay Chicken, but, you know... Gay Chicken is another game. Dick Chicken's a little more specific.
Dumbass
synonym.
My dumbass thinking I'm gonna like type this in and it's gonna give me the video clip when they do Dick Chicken. I type in Dick Chicken and holy fucking shit! I don't like. I'm done with the internet.
Hold up!
I'm gonna send your wife.
We might lose Steve.
I'm gonna check your wife out to go send check your history.
Hey,
on your, computer now.
is it boneless?
Are there nuggets included?
I don't know why. I thought
that's
like
a Clyde.
I knew I should have typed the league. Then
Yeah, you gotta type. You gotta type cock chicken. You'll get better results.
Need all the qualifiers. Like,
I don't know if it'll be better results, Dag. It might be more accurate results.
Man, that's a Clyde move if I've ever seen one.
Was it dark? Was it dark meat or white meat?
Basically, what the search results popped up were the polar opposite of this right here. This is meme of the century.
Officer
tweet of the
Hooks.
century. It's for Dag who can't see it. It's a picture of Corinne Jean-Pierre, and it says, "I'm so tired of her telling me Haitians aren't eating cats when she's Haitian and goes home and eats pussy every night."
That's good.
Harry says you're gonna get white dudes for Harris heads now. No, I'm thinking he's gonna get furry costume ads. Is what he's gonna get because he's looking up like chicken. Like
I mean, same demographic of voters.
Yeah, I mean, but he's gonna get the actual costumes. They're gonna advertise the costumes soon, and then he might get white dudes for Harris ads. Okay.
White dudes for Harris.
Oh, dick chicken.
They played dick chicken.
That was always the
So we don't have
dumbest
the-
game in
we
high
don't-
school. That was the dumbest game in high school when people would do that.
Speaking
What,
of
gay chicken?
Yeah.
What's
Say,
that, like
speaking of
tummy
dick
sticks?
chicken, apparently all of the Hezbollah terrorists don't have to worry about playing that anymore.
Well, this video's getting taken down. He got it blown off. Did he die or did he just get it blown off? Is the thing that I
28.
Wait, play that again. Where is this at?
This is in Lebanon, right?
Lebanon.
Oh, Jesus. Oh my god.
It sounds like someone got their dick blown off. That's not a.
Don't bring
Yeah,
your
that's-
IED to the grocery store, people. Come on, Jesus.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of civilians that got caught up in this whole sting, because
Yeah, man, it's like my dad. I talked my dad tried to tell me about this yesterday, but I haven't done any research. It sounds like what was the fucking Israel attack?
Okay,
and then did they implant explosives, or did they somehow cause the programming to cause the battery to explode? I guess is.
Wait, are you saying that Israel? I thought it was the CIA, not Israel.
No, this was
the same thing.
one. Yeah.
It was over 2,800 Hezbollah operatives, terrorists, whatever you want to call them, were injured. 9 died. So the full story on this is, and you wonder, who even uses pagers anymore? Like, what the fuck is going on with that? Like,
third world country, man.
That's
Third
the
world
one.
country.
But here's the reason. Watch The Wire. Like in The Wire, they all use pagers because you can't trust motherfuckers and not say stupid shit on the fucking phone.
So I'd say, since The Wire, who's used pagers? So anyway, well, the reason that Hezbollah was using the pagers is because they were worried that Israel was tracking their cell phones. So they went to the pagers for their communication. Well,
we're having to go to old tech to be able to circumvent the like cyber
yeah,
warfare.
exactly.
But
But people run their mouths, dude. It's how you keep them in check. It's how you keep your
that
fucking
didn't work
employees
out.
in check. Yeah.
Because Israel got tracking information on the shipment of pagers coming from Taiwan, intercepted the shipment, and then planted small IEDs connected to the battery.
Those plastics, right?
In the in the pagers, and then sent out like a mass message to all of them at 3:30 yesterday afternoon, and just blew all these motherfuckers up. So,
and like, so it sounds like. Sorry,
Wait, and they wonder why they get bombed all the time, or they get like things happening to them. It's just, I don't know.
Normally, I'm not a big fan of Israel or any of that sort of stuff, but I mean, this is a creative way to blow up a bunch of terrorists. I'm not mad about it.
It's creative, but when you create the terrorists and then you're pissed because they fight back.
So,
But
like,
I
well,
feel like this is the whole, like, that's just the whole cluster.
It's like on the face of it, it's like, okay, tons of pagers went off, only 9 people died, maybe, some injuries, like maybe you can say, oh, it wasn't very like effective, but dude, think about the fear that now, like, any electronic, they're like, fuck, they can't trust fucking anything now. You know what I mean? Like, that's that's fucking scary, dude. Like, that would, if I was somebody whose pager didn't blow up, and work for them, I'd be like, oh fuck, like they can fucking touch you,
Well, I mean, even the Americans, like, they're freaking out because they're like, oh god, like, what if somebody does that to us? Like,
anybody can do it. That's razor blades in the apples, though. If
How stupid do you have to be to like bulk order 3,000 fucking pagers, right? Like, I mean,
on the wire, they were smart enough to go store and smurf the fucking the phones and the pagers, because they knew if you buy too many at once, A, it's a red flag, and then B, they know where to track you.
Right. See,
they should have watched the fucking Wire. It's like they watched the first season of The Wire and didn't follow through to the last season of The Wire. God, when will these terrorists learn?
Right. They got the concept without getting the specific.
If they would just hire you for a consultant, Dag. Jesus.
Look, I watched a lot of TV.
So they call Dag. You got Dag out there going, "Hey guys, I need you to watch the first and second season of The Wire, and then call me back. Then we're gonna have a talk. What do you need to do?"
I'm a pro at street level tech, but I'm not like the show 24 level tech. That's a whole nother. That's another guy. That's Trey. Trey's the. Hold on, let me check his JDate account. See ya. There we go. We got a hit.
Do the deep research there.
Yeah. Nah, motherfucker, you go around the corner and do that deal. Then they don't got pictures of you taking the money and handing the drug. God.
I wonder what kind of consulting fees you could get from working for terrorist organizations or the cartel or something like that. I mean, at the end of the day, you're getting your tax dollars back either way. So, like,
I mean, they have to have that, right? I mean, obviously, whoever Hezbollah hired didn't do a good job, but like, especially the cartel, dude. I mean, the cartel is like a fucking corporation. You know what I mean? They got all that shit. They got market research, I'm sure.
Yeah, but how much you want to bet that the guy that was ordering the pagers either works for Israel or works for the CIA?
I mean, little column A, little column B.
Possible. Yeah. I mean, they did get that information somehow.
Yeah.
The cartels have Israeli influence. I mean, just look at Mexico's new president, and also look at El Chapo's wife.
I've heard ideas floated out of this movie.
They always
Israel
do it with
to
the women,
Mexico,
don't they?
it's the same basic weather, but I don't really want all that on our doorstep. Keep that over there.
Speaking of the new Mexican president, did you see how many presidential candidates got assassinated leading up to her election?
More than a baker's dozen, that's for sure.
It was a fucking bunch.
No, I heard there was like some hullabaloo around the whole Mexican election thing, but I haven't followed it at all.
Well,
apparently they killed a few people to get her
in
elected.
Mexico. Wow, dude, that country's fallen so far.
I mean, they've tried it twice with Trump.
Well, we can witness a murder live on air here, if you guys want to here. This
there you
is,
go. Mexico's election was the bloodiest in modern history after the candidate running for local office in Puebla State was murdered back in May, right before the election, taking the number of assassinated candidates to 37.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Well, it's time to watch another murder here live. This is Jeremy Kaufman. Apparently, the FBI visited his house.
Hey, how can I help you?
Who's Jeremy Kaufman? I know the name.
Odyssey, the guy who
Oh,
Free State
he
Pro.
lives in a
He
crummy
had those ad
neighborhood,
campaigns when he ran for office. You know, we're gonna
It's
make
New
war,
Hampshire.
war is gay. I know you saw that ad.
at a town hall meeting told a 17-year-old boy to suck his dick as like an insult and didn't know he was 17 and got in trouble for it.
Hurry up. Can you give your full name, please? Is that sufficient to identify as only one O'Donnell affiliated with the FBI? Could you please state your full name, sir?
Could you please stop recording?
No. It's First Amendment right. What's your name, sir?
Could you stop recording?
Absolutely not. You can show me your name and identification, or I'm going to go back inside my house.
Okay. I don't really want to broadcast my...
Oh, this is going out right after you guys walk away.
So that's why I'm not going to...
So you can show me your name or ID. You can walk away. I'm not going to talk to people who claim to be federal agents unless they can show me identification.
You see our badges?
I need to see. Is your full name on that badge?
No.
I'd like to see something with your full name, or I'm not going to talk to you.
I prefer you not to broadcast it.
This will be going online as soon as you walk away.
Well, all I want to do is talk to you about a post that was made, and if you
Well,
happen to be the one who made it.
I want to talk to you about you guys coming here. Say you make a salary of, I don't know what, low 100K? You guys making six figures? Factor in 50% expenses, overhead, maybe 100% expenses. Talking about burning a couple $100 an hour just here, let alone all the time you guys are spending to investigate something that you know is not against the law, right? Like you're familiar with. So then why would you come?
Because we wanted to make sure that there weren't any.
No, you're coming because you're part of a regime that does this kind of thing when you know laws aren't being broken. And that's an embarrassment, man. Didn't you guys read the Constitution? Do you not believe in America? Like, how do you do your jobs and go home?
We appreciate it.
You're walking away. Because nothing we did is against the law, and you guys are fuckheads that try to act like bullies. And I hope you go home and are embarrassed. You can't even say your name on camera because you know that what you're doing is embarrassing. You know Americans that believe in the Constitution think you're laughable. You go home and you think about what you did today. Go home and think about it, you cowards. Drive away.
I wouldn't
drive away.
Now, man.
I don't know why you got the plate. It's probably a rental car.
Yeah, it's probably not. It's probably not their actual car.
You probably run the tags, and it's like Hertz Rentals in Langley, Virginia.
Yeah.
The middle finger.
So what post were they going after him for?
I don't know.
He was responding
Canadian
to. No, he was responding to like the Trump second assassination attempt, and I think his tweet was, just wait until somebody like tries to take a shot at Kamala or something along those lines.
Oh,
So they thought he was. Yeah, they were trying to like.
that's intimidation.
We had Jeremy Kaufman on the Nexus years ago. Interviewed him, and I don't remember talking about Odyssey and shit. But we also had Magnus Panvidia on, and while we were interviewing him, the fucking FBI showed up like this, dude. To ask him about Patriot Front. Oh, you ever heard of Patriot Front? And you know anybody? And this is before I'd ever heard of Patriot Front. This was like a couple months before like their first thing with the the fucking matching outfits and shit.
Marches.
I'd never heard of him before that, but then he had the video. Same thing. He had a fucking video while they were there trying to talk about Patriot Front. He's like, I'm not gonna fucking talk to you.
Have you heard of it? Would you like to join?
Yeah, right? You seem perfect. You made a big public scene at a Capitol.
We're assembling a team.
Was he actually part of it, or were they just trying to tie him to it?
No. Well, I mean, not as far as I know. Yeah, no. They were just like, oh, are you familiar with it, or do you know anybody who might be familiar with it, like kind of thing. Really, really weird. Like just nothing like that though. It's like you say no, fuck off, and they leave. It's like it's almost just like it's intimidation. Like with this, hey man, maybe if the feds come by and buzz him, he'll shut the fuck up or something. I don't know. Because Jeremy Kaufman had the cryptocurrency issue too.
Yeah, the SEC's been going after him.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think they finally won they lost the one case and then they won a different one, didn't they? Or was there?
I haven't been following it. At the time we interviewed him, which would have been years ago, was when all that was going on, and he couldn't even really talk about it, on the air or anything.
Those cases, you can't
Oh, I know that recently, like Odyssey was putting out this thing. It's like, hey, we're not going to have ads on your videos anymore. You know, you won't have to sit and watch an ad. And I'm like, I thought you legally can't do that now because of the court case. So, I mean, put a lipstick on a pig with that, I guess. But it does kind of suck that they're going after that, crypto and alternative, video platforms.
Especially because the Odyssey token was that was like a utility token for the site. I'm like, oh, this is like a great use case for crypto that isn't like Bitcoin, that isn't like money. It's a utility token. And it was for the site, and so that's why I was like, this is stupid.
The problem was that you could convert them to real currency, I think, and it wasn't.
Oh, okay. Or people would buy. Or people. I mean, I guess anything you can sell can be converted to real currency.
I mean, it's almost like selling. Like if you sell accounts, technically you're not supposed to legally sell. Like I can't sell my PlayStation account or Xbox account or whatever.
Right.
If you sell those, technically it's illegal, and they can come after you. Sometimes they do, not all the time, but I mean, if you were like a mass salesman, and it's almost like you're like a mass salesman at that point though of like accounts. Like if you're selling a bunch of accounts when you're having that currency kind of stuff.
I told you guys lately I hate bureaucracy. Yeah.
Not the only one, man.
Just a time.
It might not be libertarian anymore, but
all do.
Yeah. God damn, dude. It's like, can we just?
I mean,
like
no
all
one
that just
likes
seems
the
like
DMV.
nonsense to me, dude. Yeah.
I mean, everybody hates the DMV.
And like to Jeremy Kaufman's point there, how much money is it costing you guys to drive out here and talk to me? Especially if they rented a car or got on a plane. I don't know how close the local FBI office is to him.
I think he said something about expenses, like, "Oh, y'all got expenses paid too," and then
he's like, "Let's math it out here. Here's how much you get paid, and then how much you still cost money to the FBI otherwise. When my company sends me out to do a job, I know what I get paid, but the customer's paying twice that.
Yeah.
So it's the same kind of thing. So yeah, how much are we paying for you to come out here and do nothing?
I mean, do you think the government actually cares how much they spend? They don't give a crap.
Oh, hell no.
Whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes to go intimidate your citizens.
I have a friend who is an attorney, and she's a public defender at one point, and just the shit she'd tell me about like the differences between the public defender's office and like a real lawyer's office, like with like, okay, so when you need like something like copies made of something, you know what I mean? Like it costs money to have records pulled and like have them printed out. Like it might cost several dollars per page for like, legal shit. And like when it's like the government one, it's like, oh yeah, no, just print out 6 copies of each, and nobody will even look at them. We'll end up throwing them away and have them privately couriered across town. Right, but like I'm going over there later today. I'll just bring it over. No, have it privately couriered now. I'll get there before the courier does. No, have it privately couriered. That costs $60. Whatever. Have it privately couriered. Like it's just they just don't give a fuck, dude. It's insane the amount of money and waste compared to, again, I mean, a real lawyer's office. Obviously, they're rich folk, right? Like they can spare no expense. They pass on to the customer, but fuck, dude, they handle their money. They handle it so much better. Like they spend so much less money. It's just insane. And anybody who's worked for government, something or other. So my dad worked in the prison system here, and he started telling me what they do is, okay, for they if it's the state, they have to buy from what they call a minority vendor, as the first rung. They have to try to buy something from, like, let's say you're at the prison, you need a can of paint, okay? Maintenance needs a can of paint. Can't just go down to Home Depot and buy a can of paint for, at the time, $20, $50 now probably, but you can't just go, buy a can of paint. You have to buy it from a minority vendor. And so that's just some dude who is a minority, or some chick, you can just be a female, that counts too. And they just like sit in a motel room, and that's like their quote unquote office, and they have a cell phone. And then the prison calls them and says, I need this can of paint. And so then this person goes to Home Depot, buys the can of paint for $20, and they sell it to the prison for $60, but that's, we're helping the world because we're buying it from minority. So that's like the logic behind it. And it's just like insanely wasteful, I mean, put aside the social and like minority shit too, and it's just fucking wasteful. You know, and then you add the other aspect, and then that's just, I don't know, socially damaging or something. So, yeah. All right, that's my libertarian rant for the day.
I got to figure out. I got to figure out how to get in on that scam.
Dude, you can. Well, I was talking. One of my dad's friends who worked for the prison was like, "Dude, your wife's a woman. Like, you can do that."
Hopefully,
shit, you know? Yeah. That's a minority. You know?
That we know of. I don't know.
Find something to sell them.
Speaking of like the, hating the federal government, apparently Ron DeSantis also kind of hates the feds because apparently he's doing their own investigation on the.
Oh yeah, this is good.
Shooting. I have not talked to him yet. I did announce yesterday we're going to be doing a state-level investigation. I understand that the feds are involved, but we do believe that there were multiple violations of state law. We also believe that there's a need to make sure that the truth about all this comes out in a way, that's credible. I mean, I look at the federal government with all due respect to them. Those same agencies that are prosecuting Trump in that jurisdiction are now going to be investigating this. I just think that may not be the best thing for this country. Nevertheless, they have their prerogative, but we have our prerogative.
Yeah, so he's going to be doing his own investigation into the Trump shooting at his golf course, which is that was pretty crazy.
I wonder how long before they visit him to intimidate him.
Yeah, right. I'd be pleasantly surprised if anything came of it, but I doubt. Like,
I do find it interesting, however, that this guy that went after Trump was part of the Ukraine stuff. He's part of the, he's recruiting people to fight in Ukraine. It's like, okay,
tons of shit, dude.
So you're telling me that this guy was influenced by Rachel Maddow? Really? No.
Yeah, no, dude, he was all
he
stuff
works,
like.
This guy is the term glowy? Is that what the term is? He's glowy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this guy.
Yeah, man, dude. Like the Free Syrian Army, like all sorts of shit. He's been like a part of
CIA.
or praised. Yeah, it's just all CIA shit, dude.
It's
and then he was supposedly in a BlackRock commercial, but not in the.
No, he was.
He was in the Azov battalion.
Their
no,
commercial,
this guy was in the
not
Azov
technically in a BlackRock commercial. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the footage, but he wasn't paid to be in the commercial like the last guy that shot at Trump.
Yeah.
So, but it's funny,
yeah, like they didn't put him in a makeup chair, but they used footage.
He was.
Yeah.
He was apparently in a. I don't really know this YouTuber, but apparently he's a popular YouTuber, JD on.
The Ukrainians have a right to fight back.
I don't do paper though.
I don't care if you do paper or not. I'm looking for revolutionaries. A number of people want to take this whole system down.
Bro, I'm a veteran. Like, do you need me?
What kind of veteran are you?
Bro, I served in Nuketown.
Well, I think.
Nuketown. That's Call of Duty.
Did he say he served in Nuketown?
Yes. He's talking about
fucking over the system.
Bro, give me a Glock and a Hellcat.
Take a look at this.
Bro, but I don't do paper though. I just told
Come
you
on,
that.
dude, then get away. We don't need people who aren't serious. If you're not serious,
I'm serious, but I don't do paper, bro. You're literally killing the environment.
We're moving on. You go ahead, have your lunch.
No, bro, I'm going to class.
Why are they wearing masks? Oh, was that during 2020?
Yeah, I think it was in 2020.
That's what. Yeah, but
It happened in 2022. He was talking because they were talking about Ukraine. So.
Oh, true. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
So it's just faggots wearing masks.
I think they were just. He was going on a college campus. So
I was like, if he's on a college campus, they were still requiring it at that time.
That's insane.
It's a way you can legally obscure your identity. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have found that interesting because like there were the people who were like, there's like two conflicting groups of people. They're like, like they want to have like the everybody have their name all over their social media. Then they also want to wear masks around out and about. Very curious.
Well, they just want people that say things they don't like to have their names on social media.
Right, but then also like not have your face visible in public. So I mean,
yeah,
I don't know. To me, it's like a weird contradiction.
Facial recognition.
No, it's not a contradiction. It's what they want different for you because they don't like what you're saying, so they want to expose you, but they want to stay,
anonymous. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just to expose you, not to expose themselves.
Right.
Although I did find it funny, the guy's like, I won't take paper because it's bad for the environment. It's not like he chopped down a tree and made the piece of paper right there.
Right.
It's
but he was trolling. He was pretending to be a leftist.
Yeah, he's fucking with him.
I get it. But you know what I'm saying, though. It's just kind of funny.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't do paper.
Is this cruelty-free paper?
Environmental.
Were any animals
paper.
making this paper?
Yes.
Yeah. Was the tree spoken to kindly as they cut it down? I need to know that before I take this paper.
That's gonna be like you're predicting the future, Dag. Like that's what they're gonna do in the future. They're gonna be like not only can it not it's since we know we have to have some stuff that is paper. They're just gonna say this was cruelty-free paper. So we spoke to the tree kindly, then we chopped it.
You made sure all the birds.
I run a modern gay agricultural business. I know how the marketing works. Virgin rainwater is a term that I've seen for organic farms before. We only use virgin rainwater.
Seriously? That's hilarious.
Yeah, I've seen that. They're probably not still around because any farm that thinks you can do that. And dude, when I started my farm, I was going to be an organic veggie farm, and I wasn't quite there, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then you do it for a few years, and you're like, you know what? I think some organically acceptable pesticides is I think I can use some neem oil and be okay. These goddamn caterpillars.
Yeah, try growing cucumbers anywhere.
Yeah, so I don't really grow them. We get pickle worms, so I can grow them for us to eat, but I can't grow them for sale because you gotta cut the worm out. But then it's a whole good cucumber. There's just a bad spot in it,
Yeah, it's just very hard to get them unless you're doing it in a hoop house or unless you're spraying them. It's impossible to get cucumbers.
Yeah. And pickle worms, same thing as us, or what do you get? Vine borers?
Everybody's just had, they're worms, but they're beetles. I'm not sure, one or the other.
The Japanese beetles are a big problem up there. I remember when I lived in Wisconsin, everybody was complaining about Japanese beetles, but it's not something we have a big problem with down here.
Deport them all.
We get some of them.
Damn it.
Well, we needed someone to build the railroads 100 years ago, so
Yeah, that's true.
Now they're gardeners.
It's the right
I don't know. Are Japanese gardeners still a thing? That was a big thing in California for a long time because the Japanese came over, I think, for the railroad. And then they became gardeners.
I mean, yeah, that's the whole story of damn it, getting Karate Kid now.
Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah, Mr. Miyagi.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. He was. Huh.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool.
What else is going on in the news?
Yeah.
We have the FBI giving people a hard time. We have Jeremy Kaufman getting accosted by people. What else is happening?
So there was this post was going viral, and it was funny because all the replies to it are great. Because there was apparently I don't know what this post is. I think this is just a engagement bait post, but it's men's mental health matters. And then this chick, she's like, if men's mental health mattered to men, they'd be creating safe spaces for themselves and each other, pursuing therapy and creating community. Instead, they perpetuate the very behavior systems that have handicapped them in the first place, refuse to support or create community amongst each other, severely damage the women in their lives who try to care for them, and attack women online for not doing the work for them in replies to tweets like the one below.
All of that sounds fucking gay. Nobody wants.
I don't know what the fuck you just said.
Yeah, I have no idea what that even means.
Creating safe spaces for themselves. That's not how we operate. Safe spaces don't exist in male culture. Pursuing therapy. Fuck some therapy.
Who did what? Who posted this?
Some dumb bitch.
It's some whore, some whore. She was doing
What's
it
the
for
meme
engagement.
with the blonde guys? You know the blonde dudes with the mustache, those characters, and it's like, all right, see you later. Yeah, later, faggot. Die, douchebag. And the guy leaves, and it's like, oh man, he's great, huh? Yeah, he's a great fucking dude. I love him. You know? like that's so fucking true, man. I love that shit.
So that goes perfectly along with this that Clyde sent the other day. That he's not here to join us in talking about, but 8 phrases men use when they lack basic social skills, according to psychology. According to some dumb bitch, her name is Isabella Chase. That's who this is according to.
If men aren't allowed to speak if white men aren't allowed to speak into other people's spaces, like these women or black people or indigenous people or this other bullshit that we have to deal with, how the hell is this woman allowed to tell us what we're saying? Like, what the fuck? Like, seriously, shut up, bitch.
This other bullshit.
So impressed. She's so impressed.
These damn Native Americans, other bullshit. Oh fuck!
I mean, seriously, like we're told we can't speak into anybody else's world or reality. What the fuck?
Yeah, and then the people who are then the only because white men don't give a fuck about that. We don't have stupid articles like this, so
yeah,
you know, we don't even give a fuck. I mean, except for white dudes for Kamala. That's
okay. Remember
different type of white guy. Yeah, they have articles like this.
You guys remember how they did that? How those guys did that? All those fake peer review papers, like the dog park rape and all that stuff. Remember how that happened years ago? We should come up with
science.
Sure. We should come up with our own versions of these kind of articles and just put those out. That's our.
So, like,
that's
give me an example.
Project.
Give me.
Like the one.
Eight reasons women don't need therapy, and they're just being bitches.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
But you got to say it in a scientific way. No, Trey, hold on.
Yeah, we'll clean it up a little. Yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting
really
down
scientific.
Now. Yeah.
It's got to be like, you know, we have to make it sound so that it's an actual paper, and we can come up with
the overbearing presence of therapy in women's lives could, something like that. Yeah, I feel you.
Dag's got the.
So this is what we got. We got to start working on these, man.
We'll start at the morning after Substack and write scientific articles about why women are terrible. This is what we're going to start doing on the weekends. We're going to sit around, watch football together, and brainstorm. Get online, watch football together, and brainstorm how we're going to go. Like what the article is going to be for this week, how to make it sound good.
But why stop? Why stop at women, man? We got like all the other groups we can go after. We got like the Jews, the blacks,
Yeah, but women are the easy, low-hanging fruit right now.
Yes, but I know we can start there.
We can get away with that.
Make sure that we go through all the groups.
And as long as we make white women or white whatever also, we can have a couple specific white groups that we go after too, and then we can avoid some of the,
Right, we can't just start with the Jews.
There's plenty of white people who suck. We can work with this.
No, totally, yeah.
Right. We can't just start with the Jews right out of the gate. Like
you got to give it a month
before we even get off the ground. Like we need to get a little traction.
I know, but you can work it in there, here and there. You gotta weave it in nicely.
By some classifications, they're white. We can
start with Karens. Like you can just say Karens, like the intrusion of women upon like the like rule following process is a burden on society. Yes.
But what you could do though too is weave little stuff in and say how the influence of the therapist is a Jewish influence from the colleges. Because wasn't Freud? Was he German? I don't know.
You can be both. Freud within a certain time period.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
not after the mid 40s.
There might be a Venn diagram or a reverse Venn diagram of being a Jew in Germany. But there was a time,
He was Austrian, and he died in 1939. So
it just depended on the year. They were Germany at different points in time.
I mean,
yeah,
Austrian and died in 1939. Coincidence?
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Did he die
So
of,
hit us with one of these phrases, Justin, because we haven't even touched
shower?
Okay, so the phrases are all fucking stupid. I don't care. This says that I don't care is a phrase often used by men who struggle with basic social skills. This might seem like a simple casual remark, but it can often mask a deeper issue. When a man uses this phrase, it could indicate an inability to express emotions or understand feelings of others. Or, hear me out, maybe we just genuinely do not fucking care. That's like most of these come down to a woman hears a man say this and thinks that there's like something more going on in their brain, because if you take every single one of these phrases and you turn it around to the frequency with which women use it, that's the way they use it. If a woman says, I don't care, that means you fucked up, you're sleeping on the couch.
And it's also the inflection. When a woman says, I don't care, it's, I don't care. And when a man says, I don't care, it's, I don't care.
The next one is, I'm fine.
It's like, where do you want to go for dinner? I don't care. Wherever you want to go. Like, it's pretty simple. Like, there's no extra meaning behind it.
Well, like number 2, I'm fine. If a man says, if you ask a man, hey, how you doing? How's your day been? And you're like, I'm fine. It's like, that's it. Like, because there's no more, like, if he was great, he'd be like, I'm great. And if it's been a shitty day, he's like, living the dream. But
yeah, you say something that makes it, that it's something so sarcastic, right? You say, yes, same shit, just a different stink, whatever.
Yeah, but if he says I'm fine, it just means like
great as ever. You say great as ever.
Well, if he says I'm fine, it means it was, it's just whatever, which is phrase number 3. Is whatever. It's like if you ask a man, what he wants to do, how things are going, he's like, yeah, it's whatever. I am indifferent. I do not care one way or the other. Like women build all of this, like their own psychological issues into what they expect from our answers. It's like, if I say I don't care, if I say whatever, it really means I'm indifferent. Like,
it's fine, whatever. Yeah, I don't care. Like you can string those 3 together, talking about, hey, what color should I make this? Oh, no, that's fine, whatever. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, make it whatever color. Like, yeah, I'll string those 3 together in one thought.
Here's one. Here's one that's really fun, because men only say this in very, very, very specific instances where they just don't want to get in a fight with their, significant other. Let's just drop it. And it's not a, let's see, men who struggle with social skills use this to avoid confrontation. They might find disagreements or conflict particularly challenging. No, we don't find disagreements or conflict challenging. Yes, we are 100% using it to avoid confrontation. But the reason we're using this particular phrase to avoid the confrontation is because it doesn't matter if we're right or not. The woman is going to ride this to fucking death and use it to bludgeon us. So let's just drop it. Like, it's not worth arguing over. It's not worth the fight. Like,
yeah, it's a agree to disagree, because if it was important enough that it had to be discussed, it wouldn't be like, let's drop it. It's like, it's whatever. Who cares? Whatever. It's fine. I don't care. Let's just drop it.
But there comes a point where it's like, hey, I'm not going to go over this again. I'm done dealing with this. Like, we've talked about it for 6 hours. We're done. It's like,
yeah.
This one's a really fun one. This one is one of my favorites. It's I don't know. I say this all the time because if I don't know, I'm not going to like come up with some bullshit to sound like I'm smart or like I know what I'm talking about or like I've got it all together. If like it really pisses the guy, my doctor.
Here's why women don't like the phrase I don't know, because they want you to give an opinion instead of just stating that you don't know something. Like, well, I think that's what they want to say. That whenever they don't know something, they won't say I don't know. They just
is it that, or is it they want you to agree with their opinion?
Well,
it's both.
Or they want
depending on
instruction.
circumstance. It depends.
Yeah, they don't. They want you to make the decision
Just
for
go
them.
in the kitchen and make a sandwich.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like, I would rather just say I don't know than give a bullshit answer. Like I said, my dock clerk, he gets pissed off at me all the time. He's like, "So what are we supposed to be doing with this?" I'm like, "I don't know. Nobody tells me fucking anything. I come in, I sit at that desk, and then I go home. Like, why do you ask me questions? I don't know. Like, it's my favorite answer personally, because if I don't know, then I don't know. I don't like. It's not an inability to articulate feelings or thoughts. It's a challenge in expressing oneself. Like, why the fuck do I need to express myself when answering a question?
Because it's exactly what I was saying. They want you to say, well, how I feel about it. That's why that's well, they want the expression. Like because women, when they don't know, they resort to feeling. So
everything for women is emotional, whereas for us it's all analytical and like just the facts, man. Here's another one. It's not a big deal, but like, why is this problematic? Like, if it's not a big deal, it's not a big deal.
Because everything's a big deal to them.
Right. We don't get worked up about shit. Like, we do not. Men, have you seen the memes that are like, it like shows a mattress sitting in the floor and a TV on the other side of the room with an Xbox and like a lamp in the corner, and it's like, dudes will live like this for 50 years. It's like, yeah, what's wrong with this? Like, looks.
One of my favorite new pages that I follow is "Women Hate How Little It Takes a Man to Be Happy," and it's just like pictures of like that, or like some dude who was like his like old beat up car, and just the center seat was just an ashtray. Like he was just like, it was just a big, like it was just burned out, and it was just like just his gross old car. But just whatever the fuck simple thing is. But yeah, women hate how little. And then I've got to think, I was like, oh my God, they really do. Like, how many times I've heard, women talking amongst themselves and like bitching about a guy, and like, it's that. It's like just how simple he can live, and they hate it. It's so fucking funny.
And then the last two kind of go hand in hand. It's so what and does it matter? And these kind of go back to the it's not a big deal, and I don't know, even to an extent, like, so what and does it matter? Because we don't want to fucking argue and fight about stuff all the time. Like, is there something better I could be doing with my time? Like, literally anything better I could be doing with my time? Sitting around for an hour talking to 3 or 4 buddies about dumb bullshit and Hezbollah getting their dicks blown off. Like, literally anything other than this. Watching fucking...
instead of just 4 dudes being retards over here.
Because democracy basically means government by the people, of the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.